Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is 24K signing in. How's it going tonight, or today, or whenever you're watching? Today, I want to talk to you about the state of the Yankees lineup and starting rotation. They have a lot of question marks going into the 2014 season. I mean, yeah, they got McCann. He's a great player. He's a great hitter. He's okay at defense, but he's a big power hitter, so that is definitely an improvement. Catcher's definitely an improvement. But then you look at first base. And Teixeira, yes, he's had a great career, but also in the recent years, he's been injury prone with his wrist and arm, and so he's coming off of a severe injury. Plus, he always gets off to slow starts even when he's healthy. So he's a question mark, even though he's great defensively. Hitting wise is a big question mark. You got second base. That's a big question mark with Cano leaving, going to the Mariners. They got Kelly Johnson and Brian Roberts. They both are okay. Roberts has had a good career, but he's injury prone as well as Teixeira. So if Roberts can stay healthy, I think they can get some production out of Roberts, but that's a big if. Who knows how long he's going to stay healthy for? Kelly Johnson, he's a bit of a no-name. I mean, I've heard of him a little bit. He's played on Rays and a few other teams, I think. He's all right, but you can never replace Cano. But obviously, the Yankees knew that going in. So second base is question mark. First base is question mark. Shortstop, Jeter. He's not an everyday player anymore, as much as I hate to admit it. He's had a great career. He's definitely a leader. He definitely has intangibles that most players don't. He's definitely a leader. He knows how to win, and even when he's not playing, I'm sure he's going to be a big influence on the team. So, but that being said, he's also a big question mark because he's coming off of a severe injury as well as Teixeira, like I said earlier. So, who knows how he'll do next season when he does play, and who knows how often he'll play. I know he's not going to play every day. I know he's going to DH sometimes, but even still, he's not going to play every day because they're going to have to rotate players in the DH aspect of the lineup, and there's not going to be one player that's DHing the whole season. They're going to keep rotating players in and out of the DH spot. Third base, big question mark. We finally got the A-Rod situation solved. Well, at least for the 2014 season. Who knows what's going to happen beyond that, but hopefully the Yankees can put that distraction behind them temporarily for this season and move on from that for this season at least. But that's a big question mark. Who's going to play third base? You have Nunez. Yeah, maybe you could put Kelly Johnson at third base. I'm not sure. Maybe, what's his name? Brendan Ryan? He's good defensively, but he's not a very good hitter. But then again, he hasn't really had much of a chance to prove himself. But I don't think the Yankees to start the season are going to get much offense out of the third base spot. And now you have the outfield. You got Soriano at left field, but I don't think he's going to play every day. He's near the end of his career. Yes, he's had a great career. Yes, he's definitely had a resurgence with the Yankees last year, and I was happy that the Yankees got him back midway through the season, or a little bit midway through the season from the Cubs, and he just went on an offensive tear, especially for a few weeks there when they first got him. But he's not an everyday player anymore. Itro is not an everyday player anymore, and he's had a great career as well. But he's not going to play every day, so they're going to put him at DH a good amount. They're going to put Soriano at DH a good amount. You got Gardner. He's an everyday player. He's going to play almost every single day as long as he stays healthy, even though he did get hurt last year. So hopefully he stays healthy. So, and also, oh yeah, how can I forget this? You get Ellsbury. Ellsbury is definitely an everyday player as long as he stays healthy. So, um, are you seeing any theme here? As long as players stay healthy, for more than half the lineup, I'm using that phrase. So it's going to be interesting, and I think the Yankees are going to not going to be that great offensively. They're not going to be horrible, but I think they'll only be slightly than average. Now the starting pitching, that's another A lot of big question marks as well. Sabathia is coming off of one of his worst seasons ever as a Yankee. He's getting older. I think he still has some gas left in the tank, but he is nowhere near an ace anymore. You have Kuroda, who signed an extra year on the Yankees. He's staying for one more year at least. Yes, he's coming off a great season, and yes, he was probably their best pitcher, but you got to keep in mind he's almost 40, so who knows how much he has left. I don't think he'll do as well this year as last year, but I hope I'm wrong. And even though he had a great season last year, the last month and a half of the season, he just ran out of gas and he did really bad. You have Nova. Nova, I think, has potential to be a very good pitcher, but I don't think he has potential to be an ace. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but he's good. Towards the end of last season, he had a lot of good starts, or at least a few good starts. Pettit's not there anymore. He retired. And of course, you don't have Rivera anymore, the best closer in baseball ever. So we're definitely going to miss Rivera. I think Robertson, yeah, he'll start as in the closing role, but he looked a little shaky in the few tries that he actually had last season in those save opportunities situations. So he's a question mark. So I don't think the closer is 100% set in stone. I think that's going to be a little bit of a tryout. You potentially have Pineda, Michael Pineda, I think I'm pronouncing his name right, coming back, but who knows how well he'll do. He hasn't pitched in almost 2 years in a competitive game. So that trade ended up being a wash so far because they traded Jesus Montero for Pineda to the Mariners, and Montero, he got caught with steroids, and the time that he was playing before he got caught, he wasn't really playing too well. So, and for their fifth pitcher, I think it's going to be, they're going to hold a tryout, a competition between Phelps, Huff, I think, and Warren. Yeah, I think between those three pitchers, possibly. So, yeah, they have a lot of question marks on their starting staff, and they have a lot of question marks offensively as well, especially their infield. So, yeah, I think Ellsbury and McCann were good signings, but I think the Yankees signed Ellsbury for a little too long and gave him a little too much money. And like I said earlier, he's injury prone. So, yeah, I think the Yankees are going to be competitive. The question is, how competitive are they going to be? I really hope they get Tanaka, but that's a big question mark. I could potentially see him go into the Dodgers. It seems like the Dodgers have this unlimited supply of money nowadays. Don't get me wrong, the Yankees have an extremely high salary as well, and they have one of the biggest salaries in the game, but I think the Dodgers have recently surpassed them. So let me know what you think of my analysis of the Yankees starting lineup and starting rotation. I didn't cover every single player, obviously, but the majority of them, the majority of the starters. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'd like to hear from you, and feel free to follow me on Twitter. My Twitter account is AlexGold14, and yeah, I'll be looking forward to reading your comments, suggestions, questions, you name it. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoyed it. See ya. Until next time.